Gang, we got some disastrous polling as of today as President Trump is poised to absolutely crush Biden in 2024. We're going to take a look at that polling disaster. We're going to see how it relates to the upcoming midterms, and stick me at the very end of this video when I'll reveal how even leftist liberals are admitting that their days in power are indeed coming to an end. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve with you. Great to be with you. As always, I am your daily fake news antidote. So come on into your Patriot Professor's Den, where I help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Before we dive in here, gang, I got some amazing news with regard to some of the cancel culture shenanigans that have been happening to me behind the scenes of this channel that I've been letting you know about. I'm going to tell you all about it on tomorrow's live stream. Gang, we are winning in tomorrow's live stream. It's going to be all about cancel culture and how we're fighting back and how we're winning. And I've been able to win because of patriots like you. So make sure to tune into tomorrow's live stream as we celebrate the fruits of our victory. And in the meantime, thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. You stepped up to support me throughout all of this like I never even imagined, and I cannot thank you enough. If you haven't already done so, gang, make sure to click on that link below and join this amazing team of encouraging patriots with our Change America Insiders Club program. We get together every Monday night live, every week, to answer all your questions, and it's all for less than the price of a cup of coffee each and every day. Your support is also sustaining other organizations that are dedicated to defending and promoting the timeless values of faith, family, and freedom that we all care most deeply about. So click on that link below. Sign up for our Change America Insiders Club. I'll see you live on tomorrow's live stream. And for those of you who click on that link, I'll see you directly live Monday night as well. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. Take a look at this, gang. These are some of the headlines coming out over the last few days. We're learning now the economy is falling into stagflation. But look at these headlines. Do you see the pattern? And note, too, this is CNN's feed. This is CNN talking about Trump crushing Biden. This is some right-wing wishful thinking here. This is CNN, the most distrusted name in fake news. Yes, we are seeing a whole slew of polls coming out showing that President Trump is poised to crush Biden in 2024. The latest Harvard-Harris poll has Trump beating Biden by 6 points. A new Insider Advantage poll shows President Trump with a 4-point lead over Biden. And in a Redfield and Wilton Strategies poll, Trump beats Biden by 5, 43 to 38%. Now, as we speak, Biden is looking at the lowest polling of his presidency. The latest Quinnipiac poll has him at an utterly desperate 33% approval. And it gets worse. Gallup just released their latest polling on Biden. It is the second worst polling they have seen in 60 years since Dwight Eisenhower, which is when Gallup started their monthly tracking of presidential approval ratings. Now, of course, the leftist activists disguised as journalists are all jumping up and down. Well, you know who got the lowest, don't you? It's Trump. But we've got to remember, Trump got the lowest approval rating in Gallup's history after being bombarded 24/7 by a press whose coverage of Trump was 98% negative. By contrast, Biden's got the second lowest approval ever in the history of Gallup's polling after receiving the most fawning and favorable news media coverage imaginable. That's the fundamental difference. And the beauty of it is that coverage is not working. Voters are not buying it. Just take a look at the breakdown in this polling. Biden is polling at just 33%. And here's the key. In America's suburbs, you know, those suburban moms that supposedly flocked to Sleepy Joe because of Trump's mean tweets. 33% approval, 62% disapproval among suburbs, a must-win demographic for Biden. Needless to say, in rural America, Biden is down to just 22% approval with an astonishing 72% disapproval. Now, that's some pretty stark stuff, and it's not just because of the economy. The vast majority of voters are dead set against Biden revoking Title 42, which will allow hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants to cross the border and remain in the nation. Title 42 is, of course, set up by President Trump at the beginning of COVID, and it prevents illegal immigrants from being processed here in the United States and remaining in the nation while they await their court dates. Moreover, we're beginning to see Biden's coalition completely unravel as well. Look at this from Fox. That Quinnipiac poll found that Biden's lowest approval numbers are actually coming from Hispanics. His approval rating among Latinos is now just 26%. That's a 10-point drop from the last poll on April 6, when he had a 34% approval rating among Hispanics. Now, we've been talking about this phenomenon for some time now, but every single major study that's out there shows that Hispanic voters are the single most conservative bloc, the most conservative demographic in the nation. They're the most pro-life. They're the biggest supporters of traditional marriage. And as it turns out, the studies show they are very nationalistic and very patriotic. And they want a president that's going to boldly defend our borders, our culture, our religion, our way of life. And so they're becoming, as a voting bloc, more and more attracted to MAGA Republicans. And as we've seen, particularly with the border districts in the Rio Grande area that have traditionally voted Democrat, but they're now swinging way to the right and voting solidly Republican. Now, this collapse in the polls for Biden are, of course, nothing short of dire in terms of the upcoming midterms. Gallup polling notes that whenever a president is underwater, whenever a president is under 50% approval, we can expect to see a loss of an average of 37 seats in the House. So back in 94, Bill Clinton's job approval, right before the midterms, was around 46%. His party went on to lose 53 seats in the House. In 2010, Barack Obama's job approval rating was 45%, according to Gallup. Democrats went on to lose 63 seats in the House. So everyone is recognizing that Biden's sub-40 approval rating spells nothing short of disaster for the Democrats in the upcoming midterms. Another interesting poll involves the enthusiasm gap between those who believed that the integrity of the 2020 election was compromised versus those who believe that 2020 was the single most pristine election in the history of the human race before there were even elections. There's a 20-point enthusiasm gap between these two groups. Those who remain concerned about the integrity of the 2020 election are significantly more enthusiastic to vote in the midterms this fall, 69%, versus those who have a high confidence in the 2020 election, only 46% of them are enthusiastic about it. So it does look like the midterms are going to be the beginning of the revenge, the grand rectifying of the grievances that many have had over how 2020 was conducted. And so needless to say, the woke leftists out there are beginning to panic. Wait till you see this tweet. You're going to absolutely love it. But hey, gang, why don't you click on that link below and get yourself one of these bad boys. Good job, Joe shirts. You can get yours by visiting our merch store. It's one of the best ways that you can support this channel while spreading Patriot hope far and wide. Get something for yourself. Get one for the patriots in your life. Click on that link below or go to store.turleytalks.com. That is store.turleytalks.com. All right, so the left is melting down here. Take a look at this tweet. It's ridiculous that Biden's polls are so low. This is a frivolous country full of idiots now, and I don't know how we could change it. Every damn day I realize we just aren't up to this whole democracy thing. The idiots want fascism. I don't understand why more people don't want open borders and record inflation and job-killing recession and skyrocketing gas prices and mask requirements and vax mandates and rainbow flags in kindergarten classes and CRT in our schools. Oh, you fascists. You horrible fascists. Oh my. Talking about an alternative universe. But it's a universe that Biden and his dolts in the administration are trying desperately to sell to the nation. But alas, with little success. The latest polls show that American voters overwhelmingly blame Biden for the skyrocketing gas prices, not Putin, as the administration has been so desperate to try to sell. According to Rasmussen, 51% of likely voters blame bumbling Biden for the pain at the pump. And so obviously there isn't much of demand for his alternative universe. And so we're starting to see more and more defectors jump ship. The latest is Biden advisor Cedric Richmond. He'll be leaving the White House for the private sector and make sure he can get out while there's still time. So needless to say, we're seeing a red tsunami forming, not just for the midterms, but increasing, it looks like, for the 2024 presidential showdown as well. Again, time will tell, of course. Time will tell. This is politics. Things could change on a dime. But right now as we speak, it looks like Biden and the Democrats are done for. Let the red wave begin. Now, before you go, you definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on chaos going on in Twitter as Elon Musk promises to fire thousands. You're going to absolutely love it. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.